Heart to Heart with Simran and
Romita. You know what? Today we have a very strong woman with us, Mrs. Sanjeen Sahni, the MD of ANB Auto India. सिमरन आपका क्या कहना है इस बारे में हमारी नई गेस्ट के बारे में
yes, thank you, Romita. And hi, viewers. I'm Simran, and we welcome you on this great episode, rather the first episode of Heart to Heart with Romita and Simran. We are so delighted to have with us एक ऐसी पर्सनालिटी जो हम बहुत टाइम से सोच रहे थे कि आप लोगों से मिलवाने के लिए लेके आएँ बिकॉज देर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स दैट शी इज़ अचीव्ड इन लाइफ शी इज़ अ ब्यूटिफुल वुमन टू लुक एट. No, not only this, she is a very good woman with a heart as well. So let's just get started. Hi ma'am, welcome to the show and please introduce yourself your way.
Hi Simran, hi Romita, thank you so much. I'm Sanjeen Sahni, MD of ANB Auto India Private Limited. But this is just a short introduction, about me. I have gone through a lot in life and my life struggles and challenges have brought me where I am today. And the way you see me is what my challenges have made me. So I believe that every person who is willing to work on themselves to become a better person can do so any time in the life, because what the laws of our life teach us is, to rise above them. So we all have it in us. And I believe that we can take this forth. And being a woman, I would say that women are made stronger by God, actually, because we can take on so much more, with the work responsibilities of the house, and we can actually go out in the public arena and handle that as well. Thank you.
When you were talking about that, what made you this strong woman, my memories go back to the time when we were in school. Simran, she's from my school. She's from Mater Dei Convent. She's done her schooling from Mater Dei and then she went on doing her sociology honours. She did her bachelor's and her master's in sociology honours. She was a Hinduite. And now seeing her as the MD of an automobile industry, I'm so surprised. I'm bewildered. I'm taken aback. Sanjeen, where has this transformation come from?
Well, Romita, I think after school, after college, I was just doing whatever a regular person would do in life, and didn't have a particular agenda. But there were some life challenges thrown at me, and somehow, I was circumstantially, or what can you say, forced to actually become who I am today. So it's more like that. And of course, and I think, my journey has been beautiful when I look back on it. Of course, at that time, you do feel that, oh my God, what's going on? Hell has broken loose. But yes, you have to have patience, you have to have sincerity, you have to have consistency in life, you have to have a vision in life, towards, like a better, brighter future. You have to have good intentions. And this is where you can get at. And there is a journey beyond this as well, and I'm looking forward to, maybe after whatever, 5-10 years, maybe I'll be in a different space doing something else. And I would welcome life that ways.
So ma'am, that you work, you're donning this industry of automobile, which is absolutely a man's world. And I'm sure जब आपने ये सोचा होगा और जब आपने ये मुहिम उठाई होगी कि no, I am going to work in this, like you supported your father, then I'm sure there must have been huge amount of challenge that you faced. But हाँ, साथ के साथ जब challenge आते हैं तो कुछ ऐसे भी लोग होते हैं हमारी लाइफ में जो हमें motivate करते हैं, inspire करते हैं within the industry. Do you have that gratitude list to you?
Yes, Simran, of course. There were challenges and there were a lot of people who supported me also. And one of them I work for Mahindra. We directly supply to them and they supported me, not looking at ये लड़की हैं या छोटी हैं उम्र में हैं या क्या कर पाएंगी कि नहीं. But then, yes, they had unconditional support. There was another company, Federal Mughal Goetze, it is a German company. They had a lot of faith in me. So that was so good for me because since I could see that, they had a lot of faith in me, it made me believe in myself even more. So it is good for me as well as for the company. We are an asset to each other. So yes.
थैंक यू सो मच. सो व्यूअर्स, आई एम श्योर आप ये देख रहे होंगे कि हम अपने दिमाग में एक इमेज बना लेते हैं कि अरे औरत है, कैसे ये इस इंडस्ट्री में काम कर रही होगी. लेकिन आउट देयर देर आर पीपल हु आर सपोर्टिव ऑल्सो. And like she said that she's working with huge, such big companies and they were good supporters. So any of you, अगर आज आप ये सोचते हो कि यार मैं ये काम कैसे करूँ, मैं एक औरत हूँ, तो ये सोच निकालने की अब वक्त आ चुका है. वी कैन डू एनीथिंग ऑन दिस अर्थ. वी आर सो एम्पावर्ड. एंड आई एम श्योर माई फ्रेंड रोमिता हैज़ अनदर क्वेश्चंस टू आस्क हर.
Such a beautiful woman, in fact, beautiful women I'm sitting with. But Sanjeen, you're donning so many hats. You're so talented. You're so down to earth. You're so beautiful, model-like. You're such a fashionista that I'm seeing head to toe. So, Sanjeen, but there is another part of you which is spiritual. So, लोग कैसे एक्सेप्ट करते हैं सिर्फ एक चोले में बैठा हुआ इंसान स्पिरिचुअल है, दैट दिस फैशनिस्टा कैन ऑल्सो बी अ स्पिरिचुअल पर्सन. कैसे कोई जजमेंटल व्यूज आते हैं आपको ऐसे?
Romita, honestly, I have worn chogas also, and what I'm wearing today is how you seeing me as, you know. But then what I believe in is कि कोई कपड़े पहनने से या कुछ वो करने से it doesn't change the core of us. तो हम अगर सोचें कि किसी ने चोगा पहना है तो वो ही spiritual है, no, it is not like that. There are so many people I have met in the business circle जो इतना beautifully अपना काम करते हैं that you would say कि they are much better than, you know, like being a spiritual person. वो तो अपनी लाइफ से ही मैसेज दे रहे हैं. एंड दिस इज व्हाट आई बिलीव इन, दैट यू लिव अ लाइफ जिसमें योर लाइफ एक्चुअली बिकम्स द मैसेज. यू नो, यू डोंट हैव टू गो आउट देयर, बी इन अ सर्टन कंडीशनिंग कि आपने ऐसे कपड़े पहने हैं तो आप ये हैं, आपने वैसे कपड़े पहने हैं तो आप कुछ और हैं. सो दीज आर अगेन आर जजमेंट्स, आर कंडीशनिंग. ये सोसाइटी की चीज़ें बनी हुई हैं. वॉट यू आर एज अ पर्सन, nothing can change that, you know. And you should always be this person who has good intentions, because this whole world is actually ruled by karma, है ना. अगर आपने किसी के साथ अच्छा किया, it will come back to you. Maybe not from that person. Maybe वो आपसे कुछ बुरा भी कर ले. You should not mind that, you know. Everybody is going through a battle which you don't know about. But the universe will actually reward you with someone better or something better. And that I have seen in my life. My life has been an example of that. So I have faith in the universe. I have faith in karma. And if we put our best foot forward, we think positive about people, we have our best intentions, the best will come to you.
So viewers, I think a very beautiful force must be involved to make this strong lady of what she is. Rome was not built in one day. So definitely she has been through her struggles to become what she is now. Now, Sanjeen, coming to my next question. You know, it is a man's world, right? So, how have you made your space in this automobile industry, which is mainly dominated by men?
Yes, Romita, actually I get this question a lot. And of course, being from the manufacturing sector, the automobile sector, it is certainly a man's world, and you would hardly see any women there, you know. But then I think more than a man and a woman, I think for me also, I was very confident on my capabilities. And I think जब हम gender biases की बात करते हैं, you know, in nature also we have a balance between the yin and the yang, and that is how things go beautifully together. So a man and a woman, you know, the balance they bring together is what I think society should be made up of. But unfortunately, yes, you know, we have improved in the women's field, but unfortunately still there is a lot of work which can be done. And I think people more than anything should be judged on not their sexuality. It should totally be on their capabilities. It should totally be on their skill set. You know, it should not be that आदमी है तो ये नहीं कर सकता या वो कर सकता है, औरत है तो ये नहीं कर सकती या वो कर सकती है. You know, the thing is that in any role or in any place you go, whether it is business, whether it is politics, whether it is the fashion industry, it should always be on your capabilities as a human being. If you acquire that skill set, which is actually made for you to excel in that field, then I don't really feel that, you know, एक लड़का होना या एक लड़की होना can stop you to achieve the excellence you can in life. And I think this is the sort of gender bias we should look at, that as parents, if we really want, that we should have equal opportunities and we should have a egalitarian future society, तो हमको अपने बच्चों को अभी से ही रेज करना पड़ेगा, लड़के और लड़की को इक्वल दर्जा देना पड़ेगा कि उनकी पढ़ाई और इनकी पढ़ाई, यू अंडरस्टैंड, इट इज़ लाइक एन इन्वेस्टमेंट. व्हाट वी डू इज़, when we have a male child, we invest in the male child more. That is because of our biases जो age old है, Maybe उस ज़माने में वो work करते थे. But now we're in the 21st century, we need to change this. We have to change the mindset of people, wherein the women, the girl child should be given that equal treatment, that equal investments from the part of the parents. और जब तक ये micro level से नहीं आएगा, जब तक ये parental level से नहीं आएगा, एक individual level से नहीं आएगा, ये society में हम change नहीं देख पाएंगे. देखिए, if we say we want to change the society, what is society? Society comprises of us. We the people are the society. कोई बाहर से society नहीं है. So what you are thinking today, what your mindset is today, is actually what is going to break the society or actually make the society.
So wonderfully put, Sanjeen. And I'm sure हमारे viewers आपके इस आंसर से बहुत इंस्पायर हुए होंगे. अगर आपके बेटा बेटी जो भी हैं उनको इक्वालिटी ज़रूर दीजिएगा. अगर आप अपने बेटे को 7 बजे आने के बेटी को 7 बजे आने के लिए कहते हैं, तो बेटे को भी आप 7 बजे आने के लिए कहते हैं क्या? और इस बात से मैं जाती हूँ पीछे, जब हम छोटे हुआ करते थे संजीत, हम एक ही सोसाइटी में रहे हैं, हम एक ही स्कूल में थे, और मैंने देखा है काफ़ी कुछ हमारे फैमिली बैकग्राउंड सिमिलर रहे हैं. डिड वी have that equality when we were young? Did we get that equality with our brothers? How were we brought up? I want to ask you, the environment you had in your family, how were you brought up? The space you were in, and what made you today?
Well, Romita, yes, perfectly spoken, that of course, it was, we were born in that society, and how it has made us what we are today is, yes, of course, there is a lot of part of the family. And unfortunately, I would say, or fortunately today, I would say, that it has been that, yes, there were gender biases in my family. I belong to a conservative family. And of course, वहाँ पे बहुत सारे roles defined होते हैं कि लड़की है तो हम इतना ही पढ़ाएंगे and हम नौकरी नहीं करवाएंगे and हम वो नहीं करेंगे. Because I belong to an affluent family, so does Romita, and we have been blessed to have that setting. It wasn't that we really wanted to earn, but it is something like there should have been like an equal...
There was no reason to earn.
Yes.
You were given everything in a platter.
Yes. But then why that inequality? कि लड़का है तो हम इसको इतना पढ़ाएंगे and लड़का है तो हम इतनी attention देंगे, So it is just something like लड़का है तो हम उसको abroad भी पढ़ने के लिए भेज देंगे. But अगर लड़की है तो probably आपने क्या करना है इतना पढ़ के, Eventually जिस time और age को हम belong करते हैं, it was something like, okay, you do your education and then you get married and that is it, that is your life. But then why do we have to live in such fixed models, And as a child, I used to question that a lot. मैंने I think अपने घर वालों को बहुत पकाया हुआ है in that regard.
I have viewed that.
And I think they would view me probably as a rebellious child, wherein I used to question कि ऐसा क्यों है, why would, my brothers would be given, that sort of a treatment and why not me? Am I not a human being? Was my question actually. It wasn't even that am I not because I'm not a boy इसलिए कर रहे हो या किस लिए? But it was just that, okay, I'm a human being, and as a human being, it's just a matter of fact कि कोई मेल है कोई फीमेल है ना. ऐसे ही आप नेचुरल वर्ल्ड में भी देखते हैं, एक चिड़िया, एक मेल चिड़िया, एक फीमेल चिड़िया. So what does that whole hoopla about ये आदमी है एंड ऐसा होना चाहिए, उस बेचारे के ऊपर भी इतना प्रेशर डाल देते हैं ऑनेस्टली सोसाइटी, ऑनेस्टली, कि वो आदमी है तो उस बेचारे को तो मतलब सारी दुनिया का बोझ उठाना है, और ये औरत है इसको तो सारी दुनिया का, घर का, सबका वो करना है. Why are we given such fixed roles? Why can't we just be as humans free to choose what we want to. And I think if that is the sort of upbringing we are given, I think India can grow as a superpower. I would say that, you know.
बिल्कुल ठीक कहा है संजीन आपने. हम अभी तक एक डेवलपिंग कंट्री है क्योंकि हम जेंडर बायस्ड हैं और बहुत से ऐसे लोग होंगे जो अभी भी ये सोचते हैं कि ये मेरी बेटी है, इसका रोल ये है और ये मेरा बेटा है, और आप जेंडर डिफ़ाइन करते हैं उनका. आप उनके रोल्स आप मत डिफ़ाइन करिए, आप अपने बच्चों को अपना रोल डिफ़ाइन करने दीजिए. एंड लेट मी टेल यू संजीन, योर रिबिलियस नेचर हैज़ बीन वेरी फ्रूटफुल फॉर यू. आई कैन सी अ सक्सेसफुल वुमन सिटिंग राइट नेक्स्ट टू मी. बट सिमरन, मुझे पता है आपके मन में बहुत सारे सवाल हैं और मैं जल्दी ये माइक आपको सौंपने वाली हूँ. ये लीजिए.
Thank you so much, Romita, that you gave me this opportunity to go ahead because absolutely like you said, कि जब मैं इनकी जर्नी सुन रही थी दर्शकों, I was absolutely mesmerized because before I met, like before this interview, when I met her, I told her that you have such an aura where it's not only work, but then you also carry something else with you. And I would really want to go deep into it. I want to dive into it to understand what else that you carry as a human being. It's just not an entrepreneur. There is something else to you. And somewhere I also know that she's a very spiritually inclined person. तो आइए जानते हैं इनकी spiritual journey. So ma'am, you've been into this world of spirituality, and I think जो आज आप हो, that is also spirituality did a wonderful role in your life. And before this, we had some very short conversation, but I want my audience to know that what was that which made you go into spirituality, and how did you manage to get people get glued to you and listen to you?
So years back, I think when I was a teenager, I lost someone who was dear to me. And I think at whatever 14 years of age, I tried to make sense of the whole world. And as a teenager, I think there were so many questions in my mind. And I would go to everyone and say, ki, what is then Jeevan Mrityu? And why are we doing all this when we have to die? And there is no, you know, like a date ki hame jana hai. Anybody can just exit at such a young age. And these questions, you know, used to keep on popping up in my mind. And I think for this reason, I entered spirituality because there was nothing in the world which could actually give me the correct answers. And I'm still on the journey. Ye to ongoing journey hai. I wouldn't say ki we have arrived. I think where we are, we have arrived till there. And we should be happy where we are right now. Yehi moksha hai, isi pal mein hi moksha hai. It is like that. We don't have to go anywhere for मोक्ष. कहीं हिमालय नहीं जाना. ये कर्म भूमि है हमारी. जो हमें रोल जिस टाइम पर मिला है उसको हम अच्छे से निभा सकें इस कर्म योग. एंड आई थिंक एज ह्यूमंस व्हाई आर वी बोर्न? क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली आप देखते हैं जब सूरज उगता है, आप देखते हैं एक छोटी सी चिड़िया वो भी जाती है, अपना काम करती है और फिर रात को आराम से सो जाती है. एंड आई थिंक एज ह्यूमन बींग्स वी वर बोर्न नॉट कि हम किसी केव्स में घुस जाएं. एज ह्यूमन बींग वी वर बॉर्न कि हम यहाँ पे अपनी कर्म भूमि पे, अपनी कर्म धरती पे कुछ कर्म करें ऐसा जो आगे जाके हम किसी के लिए यूजफुल हो सकें, किसी के लिए इंस्पिरेशन हो सकें. द होल वर्ल्ड राइट नाउ इन दिस एज इज फाइटिंग डिप्रेशन. लाइक यू लुक एट पीपल हु आर डिप्रेस्ड एंड एवरीबडी हैज़ गॉन थ्रू लॉस. Some people have gone through loss of a loved one. Some people must have gone through a loss, some financial loss, emotional loss, some loss or the other. But how we bring ourselves out of it is what a human being should be doing and inspiring others to do that too. I'm not saying कि challenges खत्म हो गए मेरे लिए या challenges खत्म हो गए आप लोगों के लिए. नहीं. This whole life would be full of challenges. But what a great adventure. You know, we welcome each day and we welcome each day as a challenge. And we would do our best. And this is what I think a human's journey should be all about. That how beautifully we can get better every day. With every moving day, we become better and better. So that is how it is. Like we can choose as human beings to be either bitter with our life experiences or better. We have the power of choice. This is what actually separates us from any other kingdom, like the animal kingdom or the plant kingdom, you know. As humans, हम लोग choose कर सकते हैं. We have that vivek, we have that buddhi. And in spirituality, I actually entered so early. I was only 13, 14 at that time. that by the time I was 22, 23, I was already teaching a mass of people, teaching them about spirituality. But honestly, it was something of my own life experience. Like even right now, if you would ask me, I would never prepare for anything. I would just go straight in because this is my life experience. Ye satya hai. Ye truth hai. I don't have to prepare for any truth. This is what I have faced. And as people, as human beings, I think हम जितने natural अपने nature से connected होते हैं, I think उतनी naturally we can make that change. We can inspire others to do that. किसके साथ बुरा नहीं होता है लाइफ में, हर किसी के साथ होता है, चाहे कोई एफ्लुएंट है चाहे कोई एफ्लुएंट नहीं है, हर किसी के अपने लाइफ चैलेंजेस हैं. बट एज अ स्पिरिचुअल पर्सन आई थिंक दैट इज़ वॉट माई ग्राउंडिंग वॉज. सो स्पिरिचुअलिटी वॉज माई ग्राउंडिंग. आई बिलीव्ड इन माई सेल्फ, इन माई कैपेबिलिटीज़. मैंने कभी ये नहीं सोचा कि मैं लड़की हूँ तो मैं ये नहीं कर पाऊँगी, या मैं लड़का थी तो वो बेटर होगा. नो, आई ऑलवेज बिलीव्ड इन माई सेल्फ. And I think where I am today is because of that belief, because of that groundedness and that humbleness in spirituality.
Wonderfully said, because spirituality is not about what you wear and how you look. And actually you're graced with such a beautiful look that लोगों को लगता है कि वो model like है, spiritual healer कैसे हो सकती है. But like you said that you're donning a choga also, and you actually heal people with your spiritual healings, which means that a woman can don any role. एक मिनट में वो माँ होती है, दूसरे ही मिनट वो एक एंटरप्रेन्योर बन जाती है, तीसरे ही मिनट वो चोगा पहन के लोगों को हील कर रही होती है. तो ऐसी एक औरत होना, एक क्या हम सभी ऐसे हैं, लेकिन क्योंकि हम सब जानते हैं कि हम एक ही समय पे बहुत सब काम कर सकते हैं. वी आर एक्चुअली बीइंग टोल्ड एज वी आर मल्टीटास्कर्स. And you're doing so much of work. You do reading, you are meeting good people every day, like you're an entrepreneur. So how do you work balance life? Like you said that you always do that. For you it's a prime thing. But family और profession में आप कैसे वो balance बनाते हो? Because वहाँ पे family में तो मुझे मालूम है सबको time पे खाना भी चाहिए. Although you may have cooks at home, but then there are people expecting कि भाई मम्मा हो and she should give. So how do you manage that?
Actually, I think my life experience has been more like discovering myself. तो चाहे वो cooking होगा या वो कुछ भी होगा, it is more like, it's like, you discover yourself in different arenas in life. So वो naturally ही work-life balance आ जाता है, because what I'm doing is probably what I call work, is probably could be my enjoyment, and what I'm doing here could be work. So I think it is like a flux, honestly. तो बट यही है कि द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग वुड बी फॉर मी इज डिस्कवरिंग माई सेल्फ इन एवरीथिंग आई डू, वेदर इट इज़ कुकिंग, वेदर इट इज़ रीडिंग, वेदर इट इज़ वर्किंग एज एन एंटरप्रेन्योर. सो दिस इज हाउ इट इज़.
Wow, again, as I've been always saying wow to all her answers, because I'm totally mesmerized with the way she is. And I'm sure this interview would land very beautifully on all of you. आप इस इंटरव्यू को बहुत ध्यान से देखिएगा, क्योंकि इस इंटरव्यू में आपको ऐसी बहुत सारी लर्निंग्स मिलने वाली हैं जो आपकी लाइफ को ज़रूर हील करेंगी. और येस, दिस विल हेल्प यू टू बी मोटिवेटेड लाइक वी बोथ आर. एग्जैक्ट. Yes. So thank you so much for such a wonderful answer that you gave, and I'm sure मेरे audience भी इस बात से agree करेंगे कि spirituality or whatever it is about choices. हमारी जीवन में अगर हम खुद पे believe करते हैं, then you get to do whatever you think. और उन्होंने बहुत छोटी उम्र से, like she said that उनकी लाइफ में बहुत छोटी उम्र पे उनको हिट हुआ कि something really happened in her life which made her into see ki what is spirituality is all about. But the main core is believing in yourself, choosing the right thing and doing the right thing in life, and you can become successful as she is today. She's doing so wonderfully, and there is not only one trait that she has. She's been a good sports person all through her life as well. और मैं जब आपके बारे में पढ़ रही थी, so I also knew that you had some kind of interest in cycling, and you were a basketball player. The physique says so that you've been a sports person. मैम, आप अपनी इंटरेस्ट के बारे में भी बताइए आज.
So I really like sports, I like playing golf, and of course I was playing basketball. I did a lot of cycling. I love reading, and I think this is all a part of like my nature in a way, because this is where I get that sort of energy, to actually face my day. So it is like I find enjoyment in work as well, because I believe in like a work-life balance. You know, अगर हम सारा time काम ही करते रहेंगे तो we will feel exhausted, natural है. और सारा time खेलते रहेंगे तो भी we will feel exhausted. So there has to be a work-life balance, you know, wherein जब हम balance करते हैं ये दोनों चीज़ें, we are effectively or efficiently we can do this beautifully.
Yes, you have correctly said that work-life balance बहुत ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि if you are only doing your work, this kind of recreation is always needed to rejuvenate yourself. And you did that, and you were a wonderful player. I got to know from your friend that you were a very good sports person. And not only this, there was a sunny side to you. You know what, like the person that we are meeting today had a notorious side to her as well. We only know people like, oh, she's an entrepreneur, तो बहुत serious life रही होगी. नहीं, we've seen good times as well. Good times in the sense we've been naughty, we've been crazy also. Before that, we've kept a rapid fire round. But in our words, we've put it as bullet fire round. So why not just put bullets to her? So दोस्तों, बहुत serious conversations तो हो गई. We had decided that we would be having some fun to this interview. And for that, we have kept a bullet fire round. So एक bullet यहाँ से और एक bullet यहाँ से, और वो जाएगी मैम के पास. So let's see what she has to answer in our bullet fire round. So all of you just get glued. You will know a lot of few things जो उनके दिल की बात है, because this is Heart to Heart with Simran. So my first question, my friend would ask.
ये क्योंकि फन सेगमेंट है तो संजीन, आई वांट टू आस्क यू दैट अगर आपको डेट पे जाना पड़े, डेट पे जाना है, प्लीज़ हस्बैंड का नाम मत लेना, तो आप किसके साथ जाना पसंद करेंगी?
Actually, Romita, I think honestly मैं अपने साथ जाना पसंद करूँगी. And I've got a lot of little छोटे चुन्नू मुन्नू doggies. I've got birds at home. वो बचपन से ही, if you remember, you know. So yeah, I was always connected to nature, and I think I would like to go with myself. किसी ऐसी जगह पे जो बीच हो और सामने पहाड़ दिख रहे हो. That is my ultimate destination with a book, and that's it. Relax.
Okay, that's wonderful. But if I would give you a choice, a religious book or a romantic novel, what would be your take?
Well, I think I like to read more of spiritual books, and I think I have more than maybe 10,000 spiritual books of my own. And in my free time, this is what I keep doing. Even in my car, you will find spiritual books. You'll just find books everywhere in my house. जहाँ भी मैं बैठती हूँ, वहाँ पे books अपने आप ऐसे इकट्ठी हो जाती हैं. And the strange thing about me is, I don't read one book at a time. I read 3-4 books at a time. ऐसे है कि कोई पेज निकला, book खोली, फिर थोड़ी देर उसको पढ़ा, फिर दूसरी book खोली. So this is how I like to read.
Thank you so much. So Romita, here you go.
अच्छा संजीन, बिकॉज आई नो यू आर अ वेरी स्पॉन्टेनियस पर्सनैलिटी, मुझे बताइए आप 5-year प्लान की लेकर चलती हैं या टेक इट एज इट कम्स?
रोमिता, आई थिंक लाइफ में मैंने अपने लिए बहुत कुछ डिफरेंट प्लान किया था. सो टाइम आफ्टर टाइम आई वॉज शोन बाय डिवाइन फोर्सेस या गॉड या आप एनर्जी जो भी बोल लें, दैट नहीं, मेरे जैसे वो क्या कहते हैं छोटा इंसान की वो नहीं चलेगी. एक्चुअली जो ये सृष्टि चल रही है वो अपने हिसाब से चलेगी, एंड आई विल टेक इट एज इट कम्स, एंड आई एम हैप्पी दैट लाइफ हैज़ टॉट मी दैट, एंड दैट इज़ वाई आई एम अ स्पॉन्टेनियस पर्सन. एंड अभी मैं यहाँ पे हूँ, आई विल इन्जॉय दिस मोमेंट. अभी मैं कहीं और होंगी, आई विल इन्जॉय दैट मोमेंट, बिकॉज आई बिलीव इन being in that moment totally. When I'm with you, I'll be with you totally. If you remember, even as kids, I had this thing, जहाँ पे हैं वहीं पर ही ग्राउंडेड है. फिर पढ़ने चले गए, पढ़ने शुरू हो गए, फिर नॉटी हो गए तो फिर नॉटी हो गए.
मुझे याद है मुझे बहुत मार पड़ी है इनकी वजह से, क्योंकि हम इकट्ठे घूमते थे, इकट्ठे वी यूज्ड टू बी वेरी नोटोरियस, और हम बहुत मस्ती करते थे. इनके 90% आते थे और मुझे 60 मिलते थे. और ये हिंदू में गई और मेरी एडमिशन नहीं हुई, और मुझे मम्मी से अच्छे खासे जूते पड़ रहे होते थे कि घूमते तो सब इकट्ठे हो, तेरे मार्क्स क्यों कम आते हैं. तो ये सारे जूते मैंने लाइफ में जितने खाए हैं वो संजीन साहनी की वजह से खाए हैं.
That's so wonderful. We thought that rapid fire round would be very rapid, but you see, somebody who has such a grand personality, she has so much to give to the audience. Even in her rapidness, she had to be explicit. So, ma'am, here my next question goes. If you are given a choice to go for a date with a man 10 years younger or 10 years older, what would it be?
I think age does not actually make any difference to me. I would like to be with someone, even in my friend circle. If I'm with someone, so what I look for in a person is what can this person teach me? How can I learn that this person has certain qualities which I can imbibe and I can make myself better. So what I look at is not the physical appearance. Actually, for me, physical appearance is not important in a man. For me, what is important is what is he actually doing for the people? What is he actually providing for the society? What is his vision in life? What is the grander thing? देखिए, पैसा कमाना और life जीना वो हर कोई कर लेता है, Even I was blessed to be in an affluent family. I have everything of my own, So I will not look to be with a man for his money or materialism. वो मेरे पास अपना बहुत है. So the most important thing for me would be, how can I be a better person and how can we be as a power couple, wherein we can have a vision and change something in society for the better.
Wow, so all you men, if you're looking out to date her, you know what you have to do. Looks won't matter. All that you have to have is good heart. So, although she's happily married with a very beautiful family she has, but you can try once. So here you go.
बहुत बहुत अच्छा रहा संजीन आपसे बात करने का. ये जो मुझे मौका मिला, मुझे ये भी पता चला कि my notorious friend has grown up to be this strong woman. But जैसे कहा जाता है, wine gets better as it age. It is not a cheesy one-liner. It totally goes with her. She is getting better as she's getting older. तो नहीं, younger ही लग रहा है यहाँ पे तो. She's getting younger, guys. And Simran, what would you like to say in the end?
So, Romita, I would completely agree because you've had your best moments with her when you both were kids. You've had your such stories like a Chuddy Buddy has, and you had a chance to interview her, and such a platform is also a wonderful thing. And you know what happens when we know a person from a very smaller age, you've really seen कि वो किस तरह से हरकतें करते थे, वो क्या ऐसी बातें थी. But when you see your friend growing and reaching to this level, it's absolutely a feeling of, you really feel wow, you feel inspired, you feel motivated. And that's the idea of Heart to Heart with Simran. See, the idea to have these interviews is to inspire all the women, all the men out there that there is a world more than looks. There is a world which is there to inspire others also. बहुत सब हम सब ने हैं. We all have something or the other. And that this platform is for all of you to come here and, share your success stories. So we are so delighted to have Sanjeen ji with us. And we've heard so much. So with this, we do not want, but we will have to end this interview. And we will promise that we are going to come with another great person and with the great success stories. But before that, last message from Sanjeen ji for the audience.
Live life happily the way it happens. आज हैं, इस मोमेंट में हैं, इसको जी लें because ज़िंदगी बहुत ही क्षणभंगुर है. Life and everything is temporary. So wherever you are, आप अपनी जिस भी कर्म भूमि में हैं, if you're a housewife, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're in the media industry, wherever you are, give your 100% in that. That is where your excellence is. And always strive to be better. These are just roles of society. आज मैं कुछ हूँ, tomorrow I can be something else. So what we do is we strive at being excellent at what we do. Thank you so much, Simran. Thank you so much, Romita.
Thank you so much, Sanjeen, for giving us your views and sharing your ideas, your experiences, and a note on spirituality. I think we can take a wonderful take from here that equality create करी अपने घर में. वो जो हमने नहीं देखी पर हमने खुद से create करी क्योंकि हम rebellious थे. So don't let that rebelliousness born in your house. Even if it does, then I'm telling you, there is a strong woman out there, just like Sanjeen Sahni.
सो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, आपके पास मैं और रोमिता इन हार्ट टू हार्ट विद रोमिता एंड सिमरन ऐसी बहुत सारी सक्सेस स्टोरीज लाने वाले हैं. सो यू हैव समथिंग टू से टू द ऑडियंस, रोमिता.
So wonderfully put, Simran. And this interview has been a learning for all of us, as you've already summed it up. But I want to tell my audience, to be a stronger woman, it doesn't take a day. It has been taken her years to become what she is. और अगर आप भी ऐसे हैं, आपने भी अपने एक्सपीरियंसेस हमारे साथ शेयर करने हैं, तो हमें कांटेक्ट कीजिए और हमें लाइक सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलिएगा. Ciao.